Mysterious faces. The head of a bride that is said had an entire population horrified. And even a disturbing case that will chill you to the core. Get ready, because what you're about to see is beyond what your mind can understand. My name is Leonore Clay, and this is The Darkest Secret. Today we present 10 horror videos so paranormal they defy logic. Number 7. He just wanted to make a random video to upload to his social networks, a clip to kill time while he accompanied his brother to undergo some medical exams. No one realized what was happening in the reflection. How is this possible? Could it be an error in the image? Or perhaps a discrepancy resulting from the perspective of the shot? On his social networks, he assures that this facial expression does not match the one his brother has, as if it were a different person. Could that expression belong to an entity that through the mirror took possession of his brother's image to manifest? A theory that, based on the shocking nature of the image, cannot be ruled out. What do you think? Number 6. This recording of a strange situation was sent to my email from Costa Rica by Cristian Tovar. The image you are seeing corresponds to a previous video captured by a healer before beginning his ritual, since according to what he says, the house was the focus of intense paranormal activity. The man was alone at that moment. No one else was with him, which is why the disturbing situation captured by the device becomes incomprehensible. Watch.
Hechos paranormales, actividad paranormal. Acá en la sala siempre pasa con lo de las imágenes que se las mueven, igual con el cuadro del Padre Pío, ¿verdad? Entonces esto es un poco de lo que pasa aquí en Punta Arenas de Costa Rica.
Did you see him? Centimeters away from him, the camera captures the presence of another person. A person who supposedly should never have been there. There was a man in black clothing who was following the healer's steps closely without him noticing. Could it be one of the spirits that he mentioned? Everything seems to indicate that that is what it is. Number 5. What would you do if you saw these kinds of things a couple of times on your security camera? Well, it turns out that the family in the video that occupies this position was already somewhat fed up with the jokes that the neighbors' children would play on them from time to time, ringing the doorbell while wearing masks, children simply having fun. However, everything changed one day when they were away from home. You see, from the home's external cameras, the app informed them of noises occurring right outside their door. They thought it was the kids playing a prank on them again, but just in case, they called the police. When the officers arrived, they looked around the outside and found nothing odd. When the owners returned to their home, the cameras would show something completely different.
¿Despacho? Gracias. Julio 4246, choque seleccionado para Tepepa. Se va a realizar conferencia calificada de mando ya que la fuga va a ser ejecución del...
The cameras would show something completely different. It was not something outside, but inside the home. There before his eyes was the presence of disturbing entities that seemed to be observing what was happening outside the house. Intangible beings that seemed to occupy ancient clothing, similar to those used during the second half of the 19th century. Do you notice that? Do you think they are spirits that stayed to inhabit this place? Tell me what you think. Number 4. Davis Varaona confesses to us that around 2 in the morning, her security camera began to perceive this. She assures that it is a very small being, a girl perhaps less than 5 years old, who was alone roaming around on her street. And notice the figure is quite small and thin, and the walk looks erratic. She doesn't stop to look around as if she were lost. Do you notice how she seems to change shape? Is it because she's moving farther away, or does it get smaller? Watch when she passes by the vehicle. Do you know what is the most terrifying thing? Davi's friends scared her by saying it was a bride's head. Just the head. And that long white cloak is truly her veil. Tell me what you think. Number 3. Ian Deus is a young Brazilian who has been living in Uruguay for years, whose daily situations and personal tastes he has left reflected on TikTok with quite dispersed content. However, for some time now, he has been marking public a situation that, to say the least, gives cause for concern. It all started with this recording.
Amigos, hace más de 5 horas hay un niño ahí parado en esta casa. Está ahí nomás.
He claims that there were 5 hours in which this boy stared at the window of his house, which clearly caught everyone's attention.
Bueno amigos, no sé qué onda, pero sí, ahí el niño. Hace unas cuantas horas que está ahí. Voy a ir a ver qué precisa. Que muchos me estuvieron diciendo, a ver si precisa algo. Que vaya hasta ahí, voy hasta ahí. A ver, capaz que precisa algo, no sé. Ya es el segundo día que está ahí. Y bueno. Se fue. No sé qué pasó. La verdad no sé.
According to him, it just disappeared, as if it had never been there. Who is it? Where is it from? While his followers debate the identity of the minor, Ian published a new and even stranger recording.
Amigos, bueno, acá está el niño. Amigo, ¿precisás algo? ¿Querés que baje? Dale, ahí voy. A ver qué precisa, ¿no? Recién lo vi y dije, no, ya está ahí. Está lleno de perros todo. ¿Qué pasó? No hay nadie. No sé qué onda.
He disappears again. However, it is striking how close he was to the house, and also the interaction he has with Ian. Why does it need him? What does the boy want from him? Although some are still not completely convinced, it is strange right at the moment of going down to meet him, the dogs start barking for no apparent reason. This is the next footage that he published on his channel.
Bueno amigos, volvió el niño. Está ahí parado. El otro día saliendo no lo puedo encontrar. Bueno, voy a salir a... Ya voy, quédate ahí que ya voy. Venía rapidito porque... Después que sale corriendo el niño. No sé qué pasa, vos. La verdad no sé. Bueno.
As the days went by, he added more and more followers to the debate. Some claiming that they were just playing a joke on him, or that the boy was a neighbor's son. Theories that came and went that caused heated debates. They never imagined that the case would escalate once again.
Bueno amigos, hoy no apareció el niño. Estuve un buen rato acá en la ventana esperando a ver si hoy aparecía, pero nada. ¿Qué?
He claims that since it began to appear, he has been suffering from intense migraines, and that it is increasingly difficult for him to sleep. This is why many think that it is not a child, but rather an entity that adopted the appearance of one to harass Ian, seeking who knows what purposes. Without a doubt, a case that would have to be followed up on. Number 2. A man was walking back to his house when he started hearing horrible screams. Unfortunately for him, he made the decision to go to her aid without imagining what he would find. Observe.
और पंकज कौन है यार ये कौन है अरे बाप रे तेरी भाई क्या चीज है वहां पे दोस्तों यहाँ पर ना कुछ अजीब सी चीज दिखी है यहाँ पे यार
Could it be a montage? I ask this because that disturbing look in that completely disproportionate mouth cannot be achieved with simple makeup. Those who have seen this footage assure us that we are probably in the presence of a witch. Is this possible? These theories and speculations unfortunately will not go any further, since as you could see, the subject only left, leaving this recording as a shocking testimony of that night. Number 1. Paranormal manifestations usually appear with subtleties that in general very few can detect at the time. This is why the cameras have been a great help in being able to notice them when we see the replay. But what happened to this man is different. He was recording in a shopping center, and when he looked in his reflection, he immediately noticed something odd on his back. Did you see it? At first glance, it is almost impossible to notice. Let me zoom in. A somewhat diffuse figure rises quickly, disappearing in fractions of seconds. Do you notice it? What is that? Is it natural? Whatever it is, there is no doubt that the situation is quite mysterious. What hypothesis can you think of to explain this clip? Tell me what you think in the comment box, since this video has already come to an end. My name is Leonore Clay, and this was The Darkest Secret.